Hi, I'm back trying to do another video in English, or yeah, English. Just picked out a few of my favorite items and going with the tabac soap and a trusty ever ready satin rubber. Best, or it is a pure badger. Whipped up some lather here. Got myself a new tub of Proraso white pre-shave cream, and I've just found my Gillette Fatboy with a 1 or 2 times used astra blade. Let's see, I'll just dial that sucker up to 9, or didn't need to, it's already set there. Then let's see if we can get a nice result today. Got a couple of days of growth, and the pre-shave routine, as always, consists of a shower, some Proraso pre-shave cream, and then just face lathering as much as possible. I used the red Proraso pre-shave cream earlier, and it has I don't know, it's a bit more mild and easy on the face. The white one is a bit more summery. It's citrusy in the smell, and with something that's quite strong. So mentholy. I haven't read up on the Proraso white, I must admit. Just been using the red and the green one. So I don't know exactly what type it's supposed to be, but I do enjoy the fresh feeling of the pre-shave cream. And as I said, one of my favorite combinations of all time is the Fatboy dialed up, and with the green Astra blades. They've served me well in the past, and normally it's just my poor technique that makes the result less than perfect. So this summer, or these past few months, I've been going through a bag of blades that I bought online as a sampler pack. I think I got 15 or 20 different types, so I've been hard pressed to try them all and give them all the attention and time they need. I know that quite a few blades can be rather harsh the first time around, and then suddenly on the second or third try you experience something completely different. Unbeknownst to me why, but it happens. And that's one of the things that makes this, I'll call it a hobby or an obsession, so interesting. So I'm a collector at heart, and I absolutely love to do or make a bargain. So chasing old racers has been something of a hobby of mine for the past 6 years. Managed to collect close to 80 racers, mostly Gillettes. Not all in their packaging, and not all complete, and not all in very good shape, but I've got a few choice items that I really do appreciate, both the look and the feel of using them. So I might have mentioned that I live in Norway, and the access to old racers is, I believe, quite different than, for instance, the UK or the US. So I continually see posts on the forums and various Facebook pages about people finding the most incredible races out there. There are a few in Norway as well, but I live in an area that is rather large and with a very sparse population. So the town, or yeah, whatever you'd like to call it, that I live in is about 26 to 28,000 people. And it's a working class city, so the finer items are few and far between. I must admit that so far I've found maybe 2 or 3 racers in the vicinity of where I live. So most of the things I've bought through the internet, eBay, and various Facebook pages. I managed to score quite a few nice racers that way, but shipping from the US and the UK and other European countries is absolutely killing the hobby for me, because I can probably, if I'm lucky, I can find a Fatboy for somewhere upwards from $40, and wouldn't you know, it'll cost me the same in shipping. And if I'm really lucky, the government will slap on 25% in what? Just to give me a really good day. Yeah. And if you haven't noticed yet, I tend to talk a lot when I'm nervous, so I tend to get a bit nervous when I need to try and address someone in a language different from what I talk daily as my native language. Or, well, I get nervous when I need to talk to people and actually hear what I say. It's a confusing thing. Never like to hear my own voice, but I find myself here talking to my cell phone in the bathroom and shaving at the same time. There's a bit of irony there, isn't it? So, well, let's see. Probably need to do, yeah. I always go 4 passes just to mess my face up as bad as I can, so that I can go a few days without shaving. Or at least that's what I tell myself. It's quite a nice foam, but not feeling the leather as I hoped I would. I think I'll dial it down now to 3. And do the remaining passes at a easier setting, since I've now taken off the worst. It's quite interesting to see the pricing points on different racers in different nations. So in Norway, people are asking, yeah, $50, $60, $70 for Gillette techs, so aluminum techs. If they look good, come in a case, I'll try to get even more. And then suddenly you can get a number 21 Aristocrat in rhodium for like $10. I was quite happy then. Didn't get a box to it though, so I'm still looking for complete sets of most razors actually. I'm still trying to find resources online that can give me an indication as to the full range of Gillette razors that has been offered up through the years, but I'm starting to believe that there is no proper catalog for it. You have the website for Mr. Razor, which has been immensely helpful, but it's quite difficult to use it to find razors that you've collected, and to be able to properly find out whether that is the one you have. So not all are listed with weight, for instance, or special markers, and then others again are listed with a lot of details, and often with boxes that seem to have been used in one place, and then suddenly in a different country they've used a different combination, and that leads to quite a bit of uncertainty if you have a actual complete set, or whether it is a mix and match set, which is often the case. So, this was particularly true just this last spring, when I got a hold of 7 or 8 boxes of razors from someone who had run a store for many years, and this was left over, so new old stock, you'd believe. At least 3 of the razors still have the plastic sealing on the head of the razor, and I've been able to identify those. And then suddenly there is one razor with the shipper, with the box, and with just a different razor inside than what I expected to find. So was this a case of someone switching out razors they were going to sell? Or is it a case of the factory actually just slapping together boxes and razors and just, hey, it's a razor, it's a Gillette, and we have a box and a shipper? I don't know. Because the razor itself doesn't look to be used, but it is by definition in the wrong box, labeled as a set that it couldn't possibly be. And as most razor collectors, I've realized that I need to thin out the herd. Only trouble is how to price the items. I have no clue. Did get a hold of a couple of 27 sets with fat handle techs with the plastic on, with the shipper, and I've found only one similar razor on Mr. Razor's website and on eBay, and they have a different color on the backlight box, and the one on eBay is currently being advertised for a bit over $130 for a fat handle tech. I don't know, might need to hold on to those sets for a few more years in the hope that this really takes off. Maybe it's just a fad. Maybe we'll just collapse and start using multi-blade razors again, all of us. Well, still, I do thoroughly enjoy shaving this way, even though I tend to cut myself quite a bit. Chasing that elusive baby bottom smooth shave. So in honor of that thought, I'll rinse off with a bit more water and do pass number 4 against the grain, just to see if you cannot get a drop of blood or two. If you have any comments about the way I'm filming this, I recently got a hold of a Gorilla Grip for my phone, because the way I did it before didn't allow me to get the right format for the video. As I mentioned on the last video as well, I'm every bit the novice when it comes to publishing videos that I've made myself, and any tips as how to improve is definitely welcome. And I'll just try to shave and try out new gear, and just generally talk about, well, mostly shaving and collecting, I believe. But I'm open to suggestions. Just please don't ask me to talk about politics. Makes me rather angry. So, let's see what we've done here. So I see that my neck and my chin isn't exactly perfect. So we'll mold it one more time. I want to be very careful with my neck, but the chin is going to get it. So I'll just drag it out and okay. Okay, so I won't push it any further. Yeah, at least I can go out of the house and be semi-presentable. Small nick here, that's dropped a little drop of blood, but it's to be expected. If you watch this, thank you, and leave a message if you have anything you'd like to say. Have a nice day.